What's up, guys? Thought I'd get around to doing kind of a overview of this CRKT Chris Reeve knives, CRK Wilson Combat collaboration. They call this the Startac. Just loving this knife, man. Loving it. Been wanting another Chris Reeve knife for a long time. As some of you may or may not know, I traded my large and small Sabenzas, and was kind of bummed that I did when I did. You know, I don't really have a reason for doing it, but I'll tell you one thing, I was really bummed. I was really missing that large Sabenza. Just the way the titanium felt, the quality of it, just the knife, man, just the knife itself. I was just really missing it. So, you know, I was definitely in the market for a large Sabenza, and I happened to be thumbing through. Let's see here. I happen to be thumbing through the latest edition of Tactical Knives, and you know, I'm looking through it. It's some nice, cool knives. I'm looking. All of a sudden, I see this one little ad right here. Started a landslide. I saw this. I had to have it. It was just like nothing was going to stop me, man. I had to have this knife. So, you know, I started selling knives, saving up some money, and I actually was able to save enough money to buy this. So I kept going to the Wilson Combat site and looking at it, and you know, it said in stock, and I'm like, please, you know. I called him up and I said, how many of these do you have in stock? And he said, well, right now we have we have about a dozen. This is on Friday. We have a dozen of these, and they should be around for a little while longer. So I was like, cool. So I was gonna be like, well, I'll just wait till next week on payday, and I'll get one then. Well, I happened to sell a couple knives, and I got the money raised, and so I called them up on Monday, and much to my amazement, they had one left, and I got the last one. There's supposed to be some more of these in stock in late August. I'm not sure. He told me that it's a limited run, but it's a time limit, not a quantity limit. So they're going to be around a little while longer, but anyway, I got the last one, and man, I couldn't believe it. I didn't believe it until it was in my hands. And here it is. CRKT Startac. Alright, somebody reach through the camera and strangle me. CRK Chris Reeve knives. Not CRKT, CRK. Wilson Combat collaboration with Chris Reeve. This is the Startac Umnumzaan. It's the same exact specifications as the Chris Reeve Umnumzaan, which means Sir or Mr. And you know, you call somebody Sir or Mr., and you know, it's out of respect. And this knife right here deserves a lot of respect. This is an amazing knife. I love it so much. I'm much more happy with this than I was with the large Sabenza, and I'll tell you why coming up here. Right now, let's just get some things out of the way here. Of course, you have I believe it's sandblasted titanium scales on both sides. You have your tumbled bee-blasted blade, I believe. Frame lock design. Nice thick frame lock. Of course, you have your titanium pocket clip. Very, very nice pocket clip on these Chris Reeve knives. See how it's got that little indent right there? Holds in your pocket really, really nice. see here. You have your Chris Reeve lanyard with a titanium Wilson Combat bead that you can see a little bit better in my macro bid. You have this huge pivot. Now, S&G definitely is no slouch in the pivot department. Check that out. It's almost a quarter. It's a little bit bigger than the S&G, man. That is a hell of a pivot. Of course, with this pivot, you're getting into a proprietary wrench system, kind of like the spanner wrench with the striders. But Chris Reeve does sell a wrench set for this knife. It's about $13. Not a bad deal. You get two proprietary wrenches and a couple other tools. I'm not sure, but so this pivot is huge. It's a buttery smooth operation. Buttery smooth. I mean, no friction whatsoever. Just amazing. And that's Chris Reeve quality right there. Huge pivot. And there's no need to adjust this. A knife like this, there's no need to fix it. Of course, let's get some size comparisons out of the way. It's about the same exact size as an Endera. This is an Endera 4. Same exact size. Same handle scale size. Same blade size. It's almost perfect. Delica. And a Strider. Almost the same on the Strider too. And if you guys watched some of my other Benz videos, or maybe I didn't mention it, but the one thing I didn't like about the 21 was its lack of like a choil, and it seemed like a way bigger knife than it was, because you couldn't really choke up on it. You're back here like this, and you got such a big blade. This knife right here, as you can see, of course, it's kind of like the 21. It does have that slight little choil there, but what I love is it's got these little indents in the blade. I guess you can call them it's kind of like that Gotham swedge, like on the Benchmade 420. But you can choke up on it. You can put your thumb up there, all the way up. Put your finger there. Put this finger here, and really do some intricate work. Really nice outdoor knife, skinning knife, hunting knife, all around self-defense, EDC, perfect knife, man. It's got this, it's really kind of sharp here. So just a few touches on a ultra-fine rod, and you can actually make this a double-edged knife. So that's really nice. And as you can see, it's got that really thick frame lock. It goes all the way over. It's about 100% right now. It covers completely covers the tang. I mean, there's no way this knife's gonna fail on you. It's impossible. It's not impossible, but highly unlikely. With you gripping this, it's just not gonna fail. Let's see here. Of course, it comes razor sharp. You can get little curls. I mean, it's just a super duper sharp knife. The edges he puts on his knives are insane. Super duper sharp. All it takes is a couple strokes on an ultra fine rod, and you're going to bring life right back into this knife. As you can see, it's got this, this is a Wilson Combat. That's their proprietary Starburst pattern that they put on their custom 1911s and other handguns they manufacture there. And unlike the production Umnumzaan, I believe, I've never held one, but I believe the pattern, the original pattern, that's kind of like the checkered pattern, it ends on the tie scale. It does not go into the lock bar. Now, if anybody owns Umnumzaan, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I do not think that the pattern goes on the lock bar. But of course on this one it goes all the way to the lock bar. Very, very nice. Reminiscent of the rising sun of Japan. Awesome pattern. Of course it's got the glass breaker. And unlike a 21, you can flick this knife right open. Bam. Of course you can do it with the 21, but it's not made to be flicked. It's just a little bit more difficult. And as you can see, there's no blade stop here. No pin. It's the thumb studs that stop the blade. So that means that the thumb studs have to be very, very close to the scales. When it opens, it'll stop. And I thought that would be a problem with the opening because there's no space at all. But it's not. They're perfectly placed. Perfect. Perfect execution each time. Awesome. It's got a little, it's almost flush, the lock bar is. It's got a little bit coming out. It's also got like a little nail nick in there. So kind of like the meat of your thumb gets in there. There's no problem with it closing this knife. There's only 2 pins here. There's the pivot and the 1 pin here. So really, you got to know what you're doing, be a great knife maker, and have great quality control to have one nut holding this whole thing together. Awesome, awesome knife. It does very functional jimping. The 21 jimping is more there for show, but this on the Umnumzaan, it actually grabs the meat of your thumb. Very, very functional jimping. Very. Just an awesome EDC knife, outdoor knife. This is my new favorite knife. I love this knife. I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me just blurbing about this knife. So y'all take care, be safe, stay sharp now. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.